is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Unmute it. Unmute it. I don't have it muted. Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm really good. How are you today?
I am good. Can you hear me all right?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. We got 34 seconds for the live show. If you're not calling now, you're going to be cut off. 646-200-4309. And then 646-200-4309. And Dr. Truman, you have this show, you're broadcasting on your YouTube channel also, aren't you?
Yes, I'm up on Truman the Herbalist right now as well. Yes.
You can always go over to Dr. Truman channel or to the Getting a Christ blog talk channel as well as YouTube.
Very good. Very good. So, do we have many callers to help today?
Yes, the call to is full. You understand? And for the listeners who don't know who Dr. Truman is, he is our resident doctor, master herbalist, and well, I guess Dr. Truman, you could do the introduction.
Thank you very much. I am a graduate master herbalist, chartered herbalist, ethnobotanist, phytotherapist with 52 years of experience. I'm an ordained minister and an ordained bishop, and I love the Lord and I love GOCC. And so I've been helping people now for 52 years. I never charge anybody to help them. It's a labor of love for Christ, and I love doing it. I am Holy Spirit inspired and driven, and have helped thousands and thousands of people. I don't prescribe or diagnose. I simply give you truthful information about herbs and diet, which is something that you can't find these days. Truthful information is prohibited by the United States government, the FDA, DOJ. It's against the law to do that. But so far it's not against the law to preach the gospel of the good news and to preach about diet. And I will continue to do this as long as I am allowed to do this. And I lift this up to the Most High so that I would continue on into my old age, helping people and for the glory and for the victory of the Most High. In Yahshua's name, Ahaya, Alleluia, Amen. So that's who I am. And by the way, is this Elder Gaja?
Brother Gaja is all right.
Oh, so I wasn't sure who I was talking with, but I did want to mention that here in the studio with me today is my daughter, a second-generation herbalist. And I was going to have my granddaughter, third-generation herbalist, here today, but she's in school right now in college, getting her degree in business, and she couldn't be here with us. But at any rate, we have the mother of 8 children, and who have blessed us with 11 great-grandchildren, and her name is Crystal, and she's with us here today as well to help us answer questions. And if you want to open up the lines for people, and if they have any question about natural remedies and health, we're here to answer those questions. And the call-in telephone number for GOCC is 646-200-4309. Please ask your questions. Okay, is there anything else?
Yes, there's a brother here, that's my question, right? So I'm going to bring him in. Brother Rahai. Can you hear me?
Yes, Brother Hurai.
Right.
Hi, Rai. Shalom. How are you?
Hey, Shalom, brother. How you doing?
I'm blessed. How can I be helpful?
Uh, yes, a friend of mine just found out her father was diagnosed with, I believe, cancer in the big pancreatic cancer. He had a tumor about an inch and a half wide in his pancreas, I believe.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you had any advice, any natural herbs or remedies that can help to deal with something of that magnitude.
Yes, and please understand I'm not prescribing or diagnosing. We're talking about this for religious purposes, and we're talking about diet. And yes, there are herbs that are specific for pancreatic cancer. There is a therapy that is specific, protocol that you follow and use particular herbs and particular nutrients when there's pancreatic cancer. So what I would need is for you to maybe call me after the show or email me so that I would have your email address if possible. Then I would send you all this information and it's in writing so that you can look at it. Then you can email me back and we can talk about it and we can get started. But that's how we do that, is we make sure you get thorough information, the latest information on what natural remedies are being used when there is pancreatic cancer or any other disorder. So my telephone number to call me here after the show, and if I don't answer, don't worry, I will have your telephone number and I will call you back, and that's what I do. Or if you email Truman, Truman, at healthherbs.com, then I will email it back to you in writing so that you can look it over and see all the links to all of the different products that could be helpful. And then if you want to email me back and ask some questions or call me up on the phone, 541-981-2520, well, then I'll talk with you on the phone as well. But yes is the answer. Pancreatic cancer does not scare the Lord. The Lord can heal anything. Amen.
Yes, sir. And I wonder, what are your off hours? Are you open on the weekends?
I keep that phone going 24/7. So anytime you dial 541-981-2520, it collects your telephone number. Then if I'm gone for a day or two, my daughter Brittany, or my granddaughter Brittany, or my daughter Crystal, they collect the numbers, and someone will get back with you and make sure that you're being helped. So just know that you can leave that number if you call, and if you email me, then I'll be collecting that. And yes, I generally work 6 days per week, and always in prayer.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, Brother Ryan, put you back in the queue. Okay, and Elder Gabar, is there anything you'd like to comment on? So, every time I listen to Dr. Shmuel verse, I learn. So, and usually he answers my questions, because I know usually somebody will ask a question that I'm really thinking of. But so I'm just enjoying the show. How are we doing, Dr. Shmuel verse?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
How are we doing today, brother?
Oh, I'm blessed, and I pray that you're blessed as well, and I know you are. Shalom.
Shalom, brother. Well, I guess one question comes to mind. We had people, the American culture, I guess that's the best way to describe it, always deal with, us to help, healthy living and preventing medicine, in particular cancer. Is anything that God has revealed to you in regards of healing and preventing, in particular, cancer? Because, we always go to the doctor when we sick, but, some of us, will like to figure out our way never to go to the doctor. So
Yes.
maybe you could do, touch on that a little bit about what we're wound.
There are so many diseases, and when the medical doctors treat those diseases, they give you surgery or drugs. Then they give you more drugs to counteract the other drugs that you're allergic to. Then they give you more drugs, and pretty soon nothing helps because you've been drugged to death. What the Lord has revealed to me is those medicines are not to be used unless there is no other way. Then once you're on any kind of medicines, you want to get some herbs, vitamins, nutritional supplements. Get into a lifestyle of drinking plenty of water, eating the right foods at the right time, drinking the right beverages at the right time. All of these things, if you're doing those things, you probably will not come down with all of these diseases that everyone else is coming down with. Unfortunately, our society is pushing genetically modified organism foods on us, radiated foods on us, foods that are contaminated with horse meat or whatever. These people who are in charge of our food supply are telling us, and have for decades, that it doesn't matter what you eat. If it tastes good and it looks good, eat it and everything's fine. That's satanic, and that's not the truth. The Lord, throughout the Bible, Leviticus, Daniel, has always preached about nutrition and keeping a clean body and eating the right things. And so that's why it's so important. It's in the Bible. It's eating prudently.
Well, Doctor, what is in your kitchen? I'm curious. Give me a normal day in Dr. Truman's life. You wake in the morning. What's the first you do in regards to nutrition? What do you do to keep so young and healthy?
The first thing that I do is I take some fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is ancient forests. These are the forests that have had land masses packing over the top of them until it's compressed these forests down into shale. You take this shale and liquefy it, and then you drink a little bit of this, like a teaspoon, and if you have a plant, you give it to your plant. Anything you give it to, a human or a plant or an animal, they flourish because of all these ancient minerals from this ancient forest. So that's the first thing I put in my mouth in the morning, is a teaspoon of fulvic acid, also called humic acid. Then
where can the average Joe find that? Where will be a place?
Where can you find the fulvic acid?
Yeah.
You would go to betterhealthherbs.com. So you would go to betterhealthherbs.com, or you call 541-791-8400 and talk with them there, and you mention that they have it, but they can't tell you any of the pertinent information because my daughter is the manufacturer. A manufacturer of health food cannot tell you anything about it. However, a church...
But why do you take it? Well, why is it better for Henry than why Dr. Truman first takes it if you don't?
Why do I take the fulvic acid?
Yeah, why do you take it? Yeah.
Well, because I understand, and I've done the research, that this fulvic acid is loaded with minerals and that just help life to flourish. And I gave it to my angel's trumpet plant that usually has about 8 or 9 blossoms. It had about 29 blossoms that year, and I expect maybe 35 blossoms from that same plant, because it's just getting healthier and healthier. And that's what happens to the body. The same thing. So that's why I eat drink, put that in my mouth first thing. But that's not where it ends. That's the beginning. The next thing I put in my mouth is something called Intramax. Intramax is over 415 plant-derived vitamins, nutrients, enzymes, minerals. It's all here. And even a little bit of fulvic acid is in here. And you just take 1 capful, actually a half a capful. That's how much you take. And you put that in your mouth with the fulvic acid. Now I'm holding that into my mouth for about 2 or 3 minutes. The reason why is I'm going to get 250 times more absorption as it's going sublingually under my tongue directly into my bloodstream. I'm getting a blast of vitamins and nutrients and minerals, and that's the first thing that I put in my mouth. And now the next thing is I'm having a big glass of water, and I'm taking a colostrum capsule, because the colostrum is the first thing that comes into mother's milk for baby to immunize the baby. So I stimulate my immune system with a colostrum capsule, and I have that. I'm swallowing that with this Kangen water. By the way, where can you get Kangen water, Crystal?
At betterhealthherbs.com.
Betterhealthherbs.com. Is it on your website there?
It is. Yes.
Okay. And if anything you can't find, give them a call on the telephone, and you can call, or you can call that 541-791-8400 and ask for anybody there. Press 0. Somebody will answer the phone right away, and then you can get the information all about it.
Now, doctor, you are a vegan, or do you eat meat? Do you recommend to eat meat? What would you recommend someone like myself who's a carnivore? I do eat meat. What's your finding? What's your advice? What you do in regards of eating meat? Do you eat a regular meal? Do you eat cereal, scrambled eggs?
I can. Yes. The answer is I can eat anything I want for about 2 or 3 days, and I mean I can eat anything that you put before me. I can eat it. Except if it isn't recognized in the Bible, and if it's not something I should be eating in the Bible, then I'm not going to eat it. That's it. I don't eat. I don't normally eat swine, pigs, bacon. I don't eat that normally, but I could. You know what I mean? I know that if I was very hungry and I called on the Lord to bless that in Yeshua and to our Father, Aheya, because that's all, and I was hungry, I know that I could eat that food. I've trained myself.
So you eat normal food. You're not eating plants and water all day. You eat normal food, but these are the things that you do to kind of keep yourself healthy, and clearly, I've seen some pictures, and yeah, you definitely look healthy for your age. So you do eat normal.
I don't eat normal, but I can't. What I'm saying is that I can eat that because I have now become so healthy from a young man, a young boy that was always sick. I was always sick. And then finally, when I got radiation poisoning at the Nevada test site in 1960-61, then after that it was a real struggle. That's when I got introduced to natural foods by a Mohawk Indian herbalist, and that's how I got started in 1961. So I've been doing this for 52 years. But the thing about what I'm saying here, is that I do eat very differently than anybody else you ever met. In other words, the next thing I'm eating after the fulvic acid and the Nutramax multiple vitamin, then I'm taking a colostrum capsule. Then I'm taking some acidophilus to rebuild my friendly bacteria. Now I'm fortified. That strengthens me. And if I didn't do that after about the third day, I do not feel as powerful and young as I want to feel, and I really miss it. So that's what makes me keep the discipline of eating the right thing, making sure I'm getting salads and fruits and grains and plenty of good Kangen water and so forth. I'm disciplined to do this normally, but I'm so healthy that I can actually eat junk food and get away with it, but I'm not going to do it. You know, I could do it, but I'm not going to do it.
What will you call your diet, if there is a name for it? You know, what will you, vegan?
Sometimes vegan. Sometimes I don't often eat any or drink any dairy. That's something that I very rarely ever have is any kind of dairy. I avoid eating meat except maybe once a week. I try to rotate my foods where I'm getting fish like salmon, and all of these fish have to be wild caught. I don't eat farmed fish because it's poison. So I've been educated. The Holy Spirit has led me to be educated and to do the work, to understand what I should do and what I shouldn't do, and then the real blessing that I've received is that I have the discipline to do it, even if I didn't want to. But whole foods, natural nutrition, a balanced diet. This is what my daughter Crystal and I both do, and that's why Crystal, at the age of 50, is an iron woman. I mean, she tips over huge tractor tires, runs races, does all these athlon thing, and runs maybe 10 miles or 12 miles or 14 miles at a time. She is absolutely awesome, and it's because we love the Lord, and that we're Spirit-led to do the discipline, to try to eat the right thing at the right time, rotate our diet, and get a balanced nutrition. And all I can say is that we're both really healthy, and it's helped Crystal to have 8 grandchildren, and eight children. Sorry, 8 children, and 11 great-grandchildren.
Just grandchildren.
Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute.
No greats yet.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm the one with the greats. She's the one with another. But they're all great anyway. But anyway, these I have 8 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. All came from Crystal.
Wow, amazing. That's beautiful and amazing. I see we have some people on the board, Brother Gajo. Maybe
Yes.
take a phone call.
Yes.
Brother Gaga, are you still with us? Oh, sorry, I'm on with music. Excuse me. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to the phone line. Yes. You want to go there? Let's go to these artists. You know, I know these people. Many people have questions, so let's bring people in. And if you have any questions, please dial 1, and then we'll put you in the queue, and you'll be next. Brother Gaga. Okay. Let's go to Brother Kamal from Michigan. Hello.
Shalom, brother. How can I be helpful? What is your question?
How your family doing tonight?
All my family is blessed, and I pray that you and your family are blessed as well, my friend.
Yes, sir, Doctor. I just got a quick question for you, and then I wanted to ask the brothers and elders a question about the guest that we had on previously, if possible.
Yes, please.
All right.
What is your question, please?
Me and my wife and family have been drinking alkali-based water.
Good.
Is there such thing as too much? Or is it something we should be doing in moderation and switch it up between the zero water?
I'm going to let Crystal answer that question because she is the one that has done all the research for our team on Kangen water. Crystal, go ahead.
So as long as you are drinking anywhere from 8.5 pH to 9.5 pH, you, at least in my opinion, you cannot get enough water. If you go any higher than that, or if you are starting to drink at the higher level of the 9.5, you can possibly get a slight detoxing effect. But once that is done, then no, you should not be able to drink. I've drank 14, 16 glasses of Kangen water a day and have just felt wonderful. So.
Okay.
And everyone should be drinking around 80 ounces of water daily. That's the target. You might not get that. Maybe you're drinking some teas, having some soups and so forth, that you're getting plenty of liquids. But the target is right around 80 ounces of water per day.
Okay, so looking at, because right now I drink something called alkaline water, right?
Yes.
And drinking alkaline water, is there a specific amount that we're not supposed to ingest, or can we continue to drink?
But that's what Crystal just explained. It was about alkaline water, which is also called structured water, and a brand name that makes it is Kangen, and they make this Kangen water. Yeah, Kangen. That's the Japanese folks that created this. They invented this. Oh my goodness, probably about 15, 20 years ago. So it's a very interesting process. What this Kangen water does is that it's reverse osmosis and cleans the water. Then it splits the molecule of water so that there's two smaller molecules instead of one large molecule. So that gets into the cells and rehydrates the cells better than ever before, and it detoxifies every cell better than ever before. And then it's adjusting the pH balance to 8.5 or 9.5, and I drink a lot of 9.5, almost a gallon every day.
Okay. Well, what this bottle says is key benefits: naturally alkaline, balance your body's pH, electrolyte rich, and it's coming in a BPA-free bottle. So, I guess it's pretty good.
If it's alkaline water, then that's good. We just happen to have this industrial strength Kangen water machine, which then produces the structured water, and that's what we put on our label. We're not supposed to use the Kangen name, and we don't. So we call it structured water, and we make. Crystal makes all of the products that we can possibly make with any liquid. They're made with this structured water, which makes extremely powerful, wonderful natural medicines.